So a lack of financial education, folks, bottom line is it's costing us huge. At this point, we're talking as much as $10,000 or more. So be prepared to be surprised by some of the data that's backing up today's video. Make sure you stick around. I am certain that this is affecting you as much as it's affecting anybody else. So let's dig right in. A lack of financial knowledge. We've been saying it for years and years. It's costing Americans a ton of money. And we all know just how bad our school systems are at teaching financial education and just how necessary financial knowledge is to our day-to-day lives. It's weird that I want to say knowledge every time I see that word now. But anyhow, this lack of good financial education, it's been a long-standing problem. It's really one of the big reasons that this channel even exists in the first place. So when I stumbled into this recent study about financial literacy done by the National Financial Educators Council, I wanted to come here, share it with you guys so that you can start to understand how you might be impacted. In their survey, the National Financial Educators Council found that 38% of the people that they surveyed, they had reported losing up to $500 in 2022 due to financial illiteracy. Not that bad, but here's where it gets bad. 15% said that they lost $10,000 or more. That was an increase from just 11% in 2021. So it's getting worse and worse. Whether it's $500 or $10,000, the sad part is that this is something that could have easily been avoided, in most cases anyway. Many Americans just simply lack the knowledge in areas surrounding financial literacy. It includes everything that we talk about here on the channel, from making more money, how to budget your money properly without giving up your lifestyle, how to save well, the right way, interest rates, credit scores. All these topics are so important to you. For example, the 2022 TIAA Institute GFLEC Personal Finance Index found that on average, adults answered correctly only 50% of the 28 basic money questions that were asked. Well, no big surprise, right? If we don't have financial education, how are we going to answer these questions correctly? They also found that the percentage of respondents who were unable to answer correctly to more than 7 questions is actually higher than any other year before. It seems that our problem is continuing to get worse and worse. The lack of financial knowledge can impact a ton of different aspects about your personal finance. It includes everything from how to save, how to pay your debts back the right way, pay as little interest as you can, long-term financial planning, and many significant financial choices actually arise earlier and earlier in life, right? So the older we get, the worse this is. So you've got to figure out how to manage things as fast as possible. Things like financing college correctly or handling credit cards, how to pay your car loans back the right way, improving credit scores and paying your taxes or saving for retirement despite it feeling so far out in the future. And despite this fact though, our educational system is lacking. It's sorely lacking when it comes to financial education. Nan Morrison, that's the president and CEO of the Nonprofit Council for Economic Education, was recently quoted saying, "There's good data showing that people make better decisions when they have financial literacy. For instance, having knowledge about personal finance can lead to better credit scores and lower risk of defaulting on loans." Interesting quote, fairly commonsensical, and yet why do we find ourselves here? Well, there was a 2015 study from a financial industry regulatory authority's Investor Education Foundation that supports this. After personal finance education was introduced in Georgia, in Texas, and in Idaho, all 3 states experienced a decrease in severe delinquency rates and an improvement in credit scores as a whole. Furthermore, the FINRA Foundation's latest financial capability study that was found back in 2021, individuals that scored well on a 7-question financial literacy test were more likely to be financially stable, specifically when they were 66% more likely to have a budget that was less than what they earn, right? They're spending less than what they earn. That's a key to a budget. It found that 65% were more likely to have a higher level of emergency funds. 56% were more likely to have calculated their retirement, the savings that would be needed to retire. And 62% were more likely to have opened a retirement account. The numbers don't lie in this study, folks. When people have better financial education, they tend to make better financial decisions. Go figure. Who would have thought? So what can you do about this today? Well, really the point of today's video is really just to share a reminder, gentle little soft reminder here, even though it seems like I'm yelling because I kind of am. This fires me up. It's to serve you to continue your financial education. You can check the description below. I'll leave a list of videos with playlists that discuss a whole variety of topics. You can pick an area that you don't feel confident in, and you can really just start digging into the content there. So if your credit needs some help, start taking a look on our videos about credit scores. If your cash flow needs work, take a look at our cash flow related videos. All of these videos are extreme deep dives. They get extremely detail oriented, and they'll show you steps that you can start taking today. And anyone that's not actively budgeting, make sure you're downloading and using the Cash Flow Cruncher. It's a completely free resource. It's one of the best budgeting tools I've ever seen. It's under cashflowcruncher.com, and it's a no strings attached, totally free resource that we offer for our YouTube audience here. You can start tracking all of your income and expenses. You can see what your net cash flow is. All of this is in one organized place, and hopefully you'll start using your money a lot more wisely. It gives you an opportunity to build a plan. And as I mentioned at the top of this episode, you can do this all without even giving up the lifestyle that you want to be living. I think that's why so many people are afraid of budgets. It's considered a 4-letter word in this industry. Folks, a budget just means you're tracking. It doesn't mean that you're sacrificing necessarily. The only time that you should be sacrificing is if you're living outside or beyond your means. That's when some sacrifices need to be made early. And if you're not prepared to sacrifice anywhere, the chances of you making it are going to be slim at best. You really are going to have to sacrifice. That's how all results are accomplished. There will be some sacrifices somewhere. I choose to sacrifice by working very hard on growing my different businesses, cash flowing those businesses the right way so that I can live whatever lifestyle I want, so that I don't have to sacrifice when it comes to price tags and lifestyle choices. But I'm still sacrificing my time and my consistency in order to get the results that I want financially. Folks, make sure that you start by doing your homework, continue to educate yourselves, build yourself a budget, and from there subsequently you can design a roadmap that can help you get further faster financially. Thank you for tuning into this short video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video, guys. We're going to continue to deep dive into this stuff and get a lot more granular. So make sure you don't miss those videos. Until we see you on the next one, thank you so much for being here today. Make it a great day today for yourself. And most importantly, keep on cash flowing. See you soon.